Of course, we know that this was spearheaded by Paul Godfrey, who was the former head of the OLG. Speaker, Standardbred Canada is a website that deals with horse racing issues. And on May the 17th, the title of this article is that Hudak praises Godfrey. We know that they're quite closely associated. In fact, they're party members. And I'll just read from the Standardbred Canada website. In the wake of the firing of Ontario Lottery and Gaming Corporation Paul Godfrey, Ontario Progressive Conservative leader Tim Hudak, who has criticized the OLG's gaming modernization plan since the get-go, issued some respectful comments regarding the former OLG chair. He says, quote, "We all know Paul Godfrey. He's a man of integrity." Hudak was quoted as saying, "He's a respected public servant." Now, you know, he may be a man of integrity and a respected public servant, but he is also the lead cheerleader for privatization. One aspect of the OLG that is an integral component of the PC's white papers. It's their main focus when it comes to their plan on privatization. Some folks commented on Mr. Hudak's acclamation of Mr. Godfrey. Phil Porter said, "Well, let's see. Duncan hired Godfrey. McGuinty endorsed Duncan's hiring of Godfrey. Hudak supports Godfrey. Is Hudak is a part of Team McGuinty, Duncan, Godfrey?" Dave Weber said, "Looks like all I have to vote for is the Green Party. Hudak will never get my vote now." Dave Lewis said, "I have to say all along that Tim Hudak is for the privatization of everything, and his only agenda is to become our next premier so that he can get what the Liberals have now. I lost any respect I had for him and agree with Bob McIntosh that he will not get a vote from me either." Mr. Speaker, people in rural Ontario and those who are involved in the horse racing industry see through the privatization plan because it's happening to them right now. What we're proposing is what worked, and many times, often, I heard PC members say that SARP worked. They would say SARP worked. We invented it. Well, why not go back to it? No strings attached. Let's bring it back. It's a program that worked. If you believed in it, you would bring it back. Not any strings attached and not opening the doors to your friends and big, powerful casino lobbyists. They promote themselves as being the purveyors of all things rural, Mr. Speaker, and I think they get anxiety issues when I particularly start to talk about issues in rural Ontario, because I come from there. They get really anxious, Mr. Speaker, because they think it's their turf, they think it's their territory, but people are seeing through that, Speaker. They're no longer the cowboys that they proclaim themselves to be. They are, in fact, casino cowboys, if anything, or corporate or capitalist cowboys, I don't know. But I'm not going to stand here and allow a plan that will put more nails as quick as into the coffin as the Liberals have into the horse racing industry as the Paul Godfreys have and the Dwight Duncans and the Dalton McGuintys. I'm going to fight for a plan that actually makes sense, supports those important families, those horse racing families in our region, and starts to bring this industry back on hold. Today is our Opposition Day motion. Out of all the issues that this province faces, our leader, Andrea Horwath, saw it fit to dedicate this evening to full debate on this issue. We've done it 3 times now. It shows our commitment to the issue. We've been steadfast, we've been solid, and quite clear that we will bring back SARP when we form the next government in the province of Ontario. Mr. Speaker, there's so many things. You know, Leamington got together, the Lakeshore Horse Racing Association said, no, we're not going to give up. And they put together a plan, and this summer they held 4 races, 10 race cards, and the people in Leamington and Wessex County came out in support. Their handle was the highest, if not the second highest in the province of Ontario throughout those 4 weeks. It was spectacular. Our community came together to support a vital industry in rural Ontario. It shows that this industry has support. It can be viable if the government would give it a chance and stop jamming privatization down their throats. Let them survive. Let's be there to support them. This is what that motion does today.